surrender are false. All orders to surrender are false.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 3COG. Today we're going to cover 7 accessories to the AR-15 or things that I think you should do. First and foremost for YouTube, I'm following all the rules. Any magazines you see are modified to not accept greater than 28 rounds. I'm on private property with my stuff, complying with all the silliness. So don't demonetize me, bro. So moving on from there. First thing is grip. The A2 pistol grip on most AR-15s is not good. So you want a better grip than that. A lot of them now are coming with Magpul MOE grips, which are actually pretty good. Let you get a good grip on it and everything like that. But they're still not my preference, but these are pretty good. So if you already have a Magpul MOE on there, you don't need to be in a rush to swap that out. But my preferred pistol grip is the Daniel Defense. It's just great. I love the rubberized texture to it. It fits my hand perfectly. It works. That's my preference. I run it on a lot of things. The ones without the integral trigger guard, so this one has a built-in trigger guard. The ones without have been out of stock a lot of places recently, so that is why this is still running the Magpul. And once I can get one without that trigger guard, I'll swap it out because it is definitely my preferred pistol grip. So swapping out that pistol grip for something that works for you, that's what you're going for. It's not just about my opinion or somebody else's opinion, like something that really, really works, but you do want a more vertical angle than a lot of people think you do. So figure out what works for you, but swap out that pistol grip. Next one is your forward grip, right? Something to grab with that support hand. So on that, this is from Strike Industries. It's their angled piece. I love this thing. Some people talk crap about Strike Industries products. I have not had any issues with their products at all. I've got this grip, this dust cover or ejection port cover is actually Strike Industries. And then the flash suppressor and the oppressor that I have on my other AR pistol is from Strike Industries. And it all works great, looks great, fits great. So I don't have any problems with Strike Industries at all. But I love this forward grip. So you got this forward part here so you can jam it up against a barricade or whatever you're shooting over. It's set back a little so that I can rest the weapon on that object and then push into it. And that keeps my barrel from contacting it. Good, really good hand grab. I mean, that's just all right there pulling in. It's very, very good. And on the back, it's got this little notch, so if you have to go over something and pull the weapon back, you can. It's made out of metal. I believe it's aluminum, and it's very, very good. It's my favorite angled foregrip. It's really, really good. So I absolutely recommend it. Outside of that, because this one has a shorter rail and cannot accommodate that one, otherwise I'd be running that one as well. I just have a little BCM hand stop here, and this just lets me put it up, and I get 3 fingers, because 4 fingers I start getting really close to that barrel, so I just run 3 fingers over there, and works great. I can hook over if I need to on the back of it as well, but that's just your little BCM hand stop, and they're both reasonably priced. I think this is like $25, and that's like $35. They're worth it. So some sort of foregrip, something you can grab on the forend there, aside from just having your rail. Note about applicable laws and stuff like that in America. So this is legally a pistol. So this is an angled hand stop. This is not a vertical grip. A vertical grip would be like this long tango down here, or the stubby tango down up there on my AK. You can't put one of those on a pistol. That's illegal. Gun laws are gun laws. Make adult decisions. But, this is all legal. Just as a hand stop. And then, obviously, on my recce rifle, this is a rifle, so I can put any grip I want to, but I still choose this one from Strike Industries. Really like this guy. So from there, flashlight. So my go-to is the Surefire Scout. So that's what this is. That's what that is. You see it. Yeah, Surefire Scout. They're solid lights. They put out plenty of light, and they work really well, and they stand up to that concussive blast and the beating that a gun takes. So they're solid lights. You should have a light on your gun because bad things happen in the dark, and you need to be able to see. So run a light. Couple different options as far as how you activate the light and stuff like that. I am running the Unity button. So I've got that right here on top. That's where my thumb goes. So that gives me momentary activation. And if I need to run it just on, I've got the tail cap here where I just hit the button and it's on. So that's the setup on this one. And then on this one, I'm running just the Surefire pressure pad, but it gives me the same ability. So I've got momentary and constant on right there. So I do like having the ability to do constant on or momentary. They both have their place depending on the situation and stuff like that. If you need to save money and you can only, go with something a little bit simpler, I would go with momentary versus constant on, but run a good flashlight on your gun. If you don't want to spend Surefire money because they're about $300 per, Streamlight makes some good options as well. Stay away from the cheap stuff you see on Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. Like just pretty much Streamlight, Surefire, Mod Light's doing some good stuff, but pretty much I run Surefires and I've got a couple of Insights as well, but good luck finding those. So Surefire, or if you don't want to spend that much money, Streamlight. Those are the lights. Stock. So for stocks, I love the BCM, or not the BCM, the B5 SOP mod stock. So this is a B5 SOP mod. I run one of these at work. I've got a bunch of these, and they are by far my favorite stock. I can get a good cheek weld on the weapon. If I roll the weapon to use my offset red dot, I can roll it, and it's all good. Additionally, the B5 gives you some storage space, so you throw batteries or whatever else just in these tubes. And they are double O-ring protected for water resistance. It's a good place to throw little tiny chem lights or spare batteries or whatever else. There's actually, you can actually do some pretty cool like survival kits just in those two tubes. But my preferred stock for AR is the B5 SOP mod stock. I like it. So on this, this is a Palmetto State Armory ARV. On this guy, I'm running a SBA3 brace because this is a pistol, not a rifle, not an SBR. From there, so charging handles. I like to stick with something that works, and I pretty much stay with it. So for charging handles, I am running the Geisley Super charging handle. That's what I have on this. And that's what I have on this. Definitely my preferred charging handle. Works well. So if I prefer to rack one-handed, so just my left hand, palm towards me, rack. I can still rack double-fingered, or I can rack from just the right side as well, because it is ambidextrous. But I like it. It's Geisley supercharging handle. It's pretty much my standard for what I'm running now. Really good charging handle. It has this little gas blocker here. I have not run this suppressed yet, so I don't know how effective that is. But it's supposed to reduce the amount of gas getting pushed into your face when you're shooting suppressed. So Geisley supercharging handle. That's what I'm running now. So slings. This is a Blue Forces gear 2-point sling with the quick adjust. This right here is a Blue Forces gear 2-point with a quick adjust. that guy up there is a Blue Forces Gear 2-point sling with the adjust. My other ARs have the same. Like, I run Blue Forces Gear slings. I like them. I think they're about perfect. Other brands make some good ones. This is what I run. Again, I like to keep everything the same as much as possible. So these are what I run. They work well. I have no complaints about the Blue Forces Gear 2 points. They work really, really well. So that's what I run. But run a good sling. A sling is a holster for your rifle. So don't just spend, $9 on something on Amazon. Like, buy a good sling. And the last thing is optics. So optics depend on your mission, depends on what you're trying to do with the weapon, all that kind of stuff. But I'll argue that optics are always better than no optics. So if you go magnified or red dot or whatever the case is, like for whatever you want, it's better than just having iron sights. So this one, I'm running the Holosun AEMS, which is actually a really, really nice, reasonably priced red dot. Trying to see, there we go. So this has the circle dot reticle, 65 MOA circle, 2 MOA dot. Really, really nice red dot. Got little flip caps, which are surprisingly clear for being made out of plastic. You got the solar power, all that kind of stuff. Auto shake awake on. Really, really good red dot for a reasonable price. But a red dot is definitely a good option, whatever brand you go with. Again, stay away from the super cheap stuff because it's not good. About the cheapest I would go would be, that's a Bushnell on top of the AK. And I put that up there to see if it would withstand the AK recoil and stuff like that. And so far, it's been doing really well. And that's about $100 red dot. So, all right, props to Bushnell for that one. So red dot, or if you're going to go magnified, just depends what range you're trying to shoot. This is a Vortex Razor HD2 3 to 18 power. And then I have an offset Holosun 507C X2 on a Arasaka mount. So this is a really, really nice scope. It's like looking in high definition. I mean, the glass clarity is perfect, but it is higher powered and it is heavy. It's a 3-pound scope. But for a recce build, this is exactly what I wanted, and it's phenomenal. So you having that zoom and the ability to identify targets at range is obviously a huge plus. The rule of thumb used to be 1 by magnification per 100 meters of distance. And that rule has kind of changed now to 2 by magnification for the ability of positively identifying what you're shooting at. So if you're running like a 1-6, that kind of limits you to about 300 meters. Obviously, if the person is shooting at you, that's a huge clue that they are a bad thing. But that positive target ID thing is a very real thing. So if you're going to run a 1-6, a 1-8, a 1-10, just understand that you're kind of limiting your positive identification based off of your magnification. But run an optic, some sort of optic, spend the money where you need to spend the money to get a halfway decent optics setup. Really, really happy with this. This offset, the mount from Arasaka, the Vortex is phenomenal. This is a great rifle. I love this rifle. So, but yeah, put an optic on your gun. It's better than running iron sights. It's better than it's faster. You're gonna be faster in target transitions. You got the positive target ID, all that kind of stuff. They're great. So run an optic. So yeah, links below where I can share them. Go ahead and sound off with your opinion. Tell me what you think I got wrong or what you think is a better option. I'd love to talk about that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on 3COG.